Hi everyone. Thought I'd do a quick video. I have a lot of people ask me what I take when I go backpacking, spending the night in the woods for a couple of days. What all do I take with me? How do a lot of people are enamored by, or surprised by how, little you can get away with out there, I should say. So I thought I'd just do a quick video and walk you through some of the things that I take. First of all, I'll let you see the backpacks that I typically use. One of two I'll choose from. This right here is the Jam 70 by Golight, which is a company that is unfortunately out of business now, out of Colorado, Denver, Colorado. But it's a very lightweight pack, 70 liters. It actually weighs just under 2 pounds, 1 pound and 15 ounces. And that makes a lot of difference right there when you're talking about backpacking and the weight that it can be added to it. I would probably use that one in the wintertime when I've got to carry more clothing, more items to keep me warm. This is the one I would probably take right now. It is a ULA Ohm 2.0 is what it's called, and it's about 63 liters. It weighs just above 2 pounds, but I know it's kind of hard to see there in the video. But anyway, that's just what I would take as one of those two. And then everything you see on the table there, plus my clothes and my food, should fit in one of those two packs. And so let me just quickly go over what I do take with me. First of all, I hammock camp when I camp. I don't sleep in a tent or on the ground. I prefer to sleep in a hammock. And so this right here is the hammock. And it's in its little stuff sack there. And it's pretty lightweight. It's put out by Warbonnet. It's a Blackbird hammock. Very, very comfortable to sleep in. And then this is the Rainfly, the tarp. Even smaller in its stuff sack as well that I will take. And then you can see the stakes right here that I use to stake it into the ground. And then, of course, here are some ropes and strings to tie everything down with. And so that's that little system there. And then I also take a top quilt here. I'll take this winter and sometimes even in the summer, spring at least, when it's or fall, when it still gets cold at night. This top quilt is just like a quilt that wraps around you, keeps you nice and warm and snug. Even down to close to 0 degrees. I haven't tried it at 0 degrees, don't really want to, but I have had it down to into the 20s, maybe the teens, I'm not really sure. This is a Thermarest pad that I take too. This is actually for the hammock, and when you're in a hammock, unless it's very, very warm again, you need some insulation underneath you, and so that will actually slide into my hammock and insulate me, and that's what I will take in the spring, in the summer as well, unless it's really, really warm. And then in the fall and the wintertime, I would take an under quilt. So it'd be another quilt like this one, except it would go underneath the hammock, just like that. So I'll take that. Here you can see my hiking poles here too that I take. I really like these. These are the Black Diamond poles that fold up, very lightweight. Moving along over here, I also bring a pillow. This is in a stuff sack as well. Everything's in a stuff sack, but this is a little pillow that will inflate. Helps you sleep better at night. This is a sit pad that I've just kind of made here, and use that to sit on if I need a place to sit, or maybe set my pack on it if it's on the wet ground. And here is a pack cover, speaking of that I'll bring to keep my pack dry if it happens to rain, which obviously sometimes it will when you're in the woods. This is my cooking system. So it runs off of propane right there, as you can see. I'm doing this with one iPhone and 2 hands, so it's maybe a little shaky. But this is similar to what you've referred or heard to as maybe a jet boil. It will boil water pretty quick in about 2 minutes. But you can also cook on this. If I were to open this up, and I'm not going to do a review on it right now, but if I were to open this up, it actually has a stove top on it too. So you can cook on this, and you can actually cook in this pot right here too, and even eat out of it if you want to. So really saves space. I really like it. And then I'll bring 2 sporks, one to eat with and maybe one to stir the food. Different things like that. And again, it runs off of propane. And I always carry a little Zippo lighter with me, as you can see right there. And then, of course, kind of a little towel to do some cleaning with and stuff to help me clean out the pot and whatever else I may need it for. moving right along, I'll carry a little notepad a lot of times to make notes with and stuff. Some soap there, and toothbrush and toothpaste all rolled up into one. And I'll carry some little, tape here, I guess. That's not really tape, but it's a bandage, I should say, just in case we need that. And then I'll also carry some paracord. You never know when you might need this. There's a lot of different times or opportunities, I guess I should say, that you could need paracord. So I always bring that. It can come in very handy. And this is something that you'll find in my side pockets a lot of times, not the hand warmers, but I'll usually carry my headlamp. Great little headlamp. I like it. It also has the infrared option on it, so you can use it at night and not make people mad if you actually shine it in their face or accidentally shine it in their face. Won't make them mad because it's the infrared, not the really bright light. And then also carry a flashlight. That's a little big for backpacking, I'll admit, but it really lights up very well. If it's pitch dark outside and you turn this thing on, it's amazing how far you can see. It's like a spotlight. I got this off Amazon, actually. It's Ultra Fire. Pretty inexpensive, too, so I feel like that was a good deal on that. The Kindle, I'll bring that because, well, I like to read and like to read out in the woods. There's not a TV to watch or anything out there. You can sit around the campfire, talk to friends, and have a good time doing that. But sometimes if you just want to read, I'll bring the Kindle. And this is my water system here, and then basically how I get and drink water. I take 2 bottles. I'll take a Nalgene bottle like this right here. It's pretty big, but sometimes you need to carry a lot of water depending. And I'll carry that. And then this Sawyer right here is actually got a filter in it. So I can basically scoop water from the river right up into this, and it filters it. And I'll bring an extra filter, and you see the filter right there. This is the filter, and that's a little cleaning plunger just in case it gets stopped up. But I'll bring an extra one just in case that other one does stop working. And then I'll bring, this is about 48 liters, so it's about 1.5 size of the Nalgene little plastic water container for camp. It's not something I drink out of really, but if you need a lot of water for food and stuff at night, I'll put that in there and fill it up with water as well. So then moving on down here, just a couple of things I carry. I always carry a knife with me. This is a pretty good knife, about the right size that I like, actually made in Finland that I bought there. Very well made. I like to carry that with me. And then sort of just a little bag here that I'll keep some bug spray, usually for spring or summertime. I have a fire kit right here, just of cotton balls with Vaseline, in case I need to start a fire. And I don't have, say, my Zippo or it's not working or something. And then it's not in there. I took it out for right now, but a bug net. And I've only used this one time. I don't really use it that often, but the bugs get really bad sometimes in certain places, and when they do, you're really glad that you've got that. And then usually I have hand warmers. Now if it's summertime, I'm probably not going to have these, but even in the spring and the fall, it can get pretty chilly at night. My hands sometimes give me trouble getting cold, so I'll like to use those. And then just a couple other little things here. This is just batteries, is all this is. I just keep a little pack of batteries. This is a sealant if I have any issues with my tarp needing to be sealed. I can use that. And I will bring sort of a brick right here for charging my iPhone. Now what you don't see here are the cords and the iPhone. I'm using the iPhone right now, and the cords are actually somewhere else, but I'll just have the cords and bring those and kind of wrap that up together. And then I'll bring some of this is to add electrolytes to your water. And then finally, I will bring a little pouch like this that's waterproof to store your iPhone in, your wallet or whatever if it begins to rain. So basically that is it in a nutshell. You guys may think of something I forgot or left out. Feel free to let me know, but that's pretty much the bulk of what I'll take. Maybe give or take a couple of items whenever I go backpacking. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. And if you're interested in backpacking, I hope it helps there too. Let me know.